Ooh, boy, that was hot. Let me tell you what, I think I burned my tongue a little bit, but that's okay. Another beautiful Saturday morning. Last night was a little stormy outside, but that's okay. Like the homie Pac said, for every dark night, there's a bright day that follows, and I'd like to believe that. They may not all be consecutive days in a row, but sometimes the good comes with the bad, and sometimes the bad comes with the good. You just gotta take it as it comes, don't you? I'm rambling a little bit, ain't I? Here we go. I just want to take a minute to talk about some of the things I've been seeing lately. Tell as old as time is people talking about this person and talking about that person, and maybe it's a little more prevalent and visible on the internet, but I keep seeing more and more of people just having an issue with something someone else enjoys, and it seems kind of silly to me. Let's take, for instance, fidget spinners. I started making these. This stuff here is just a plastic off a 3D printer. I just go to my printer, hit print these out, hammer some bearings into them with a little mallet. Got us a little fidget spinner. They're great for kids of all ages, I feel. Really good for people that have issues with actual fidgeting, anxiety, ADHD, those type of things. Well, of course, like all good things, what's wrong with this? Look at this and tell me. I can't really see anything. It's a piece of plastic, 4 bearings in it, it spins, and it gives people joy, or it helps them with an issue. So what's the downside here? Now, for teachers, I know it's becoming a little bit of a distraction in classrooms. I totally get that. But then again, growing up, we had paper footballs, we had shooting pencils across the room at each other with rubber bands, we had spitballs. Now kids have cell phones, tablets, and the whole thing. And yeah, I know many of you teachers are enforcing rules, and that's okay. If it's your classroom, you should be able to do that. But really, at the end of the day, what's wrong with this piece of plastic? Nothing. But yet, people are going out there and making stories up and being foolish with them and just trying to put a negative connotation on a piece of plastic with metal bearings in it. Since I've broken it down to such an infantile level there, doesn't it just sound ridiculous? Again, a piece of plastic with metal bearings in it, sometimes even plastic bearings in it, is getting people in an uproar. With all that's going on in the world around us, this is what we're choosing to be upset about. Now we've moved on to rompers. People having fun with outfit of their choice, little shorty shorts. Who doesn't like some little shorty shorts? I wear Nair for short shorts. I don't really. I'm naturally hairless down on my legs. Actually, it's quite hairy, just kind of blonde. But that's not the point here, is it? People get upset about that. People get upset about the latest dance craze or whatever it may be that finds its way to YouTube and then, of course, to Facebook and is shared infinitely almost. Well, don't get upset about it. It's a fad. It's going to be gone in a few days in most cases. And we're going to move on to something else ridiculous and silly, aren't we? We usually do. Look around the world around us, okay? Look what's going on with our presidency. I'm not going to be doom and gloom, but just look around. Let's start focusing on positive things. Foking. I don't even know what a foking is, but we need to focus on things like this, I think, right now. I see people out there, too, and every post is kind of doom and gloom, or maybe they're trying to be edgy, saying negative things just to get a little bit of attention. And I got to tell you, voice of experience here, when you get out there and you just post nothing but negative things to the world, just negative after negative after negative, that's all that you get back in life is negativity. When you start thinking a little bit more positive, surrounding yourself with positive issues, and even when you have those bad days, those bad moments, those bad months even, if you can power through that, if you can look towards that light at the end of the tunnel and go, hey, I know there's going to be a better day, it's going to get you through a lot. I see some of y'all out there, and I'm going to look dead in the camera and say it. I see some of y'all out there that every single post, again, is doom and gloom. Nothing but negatives. You're dwelling on things in the past that you can't change. It's time to snap out of that a bit and really think about the future. Think about positive changes you can make. I know some of the things that we deal with are very traumatic. I know it's not just an on and off switch that we can flip, but we also have the ability in real time to decide, in many cases, what's going to make us upset and what's not. For instance, this morning I come down here. You know what I see? I see this paintbrush here. Now, to the average eye, it may look like somebody came over here to the Dyson and just Just beat the tarnation out of it, beat the devil out of it. Looks a little crooked, doesn't it? Well, I realized what I did. I left it up here by my water heater, and the heat coming out was hot enough just to kind of warp it a little bit. Now, I could dwell on how horrible that was, that my brush is kind of, many would say, ruined right now, but when I'm looking at it, I'm seeing something I can use maybe down the road for like a little sculpture or something. A little odd shaped witch's broom, perhaps. Maybe Harry Potter and his friends and family are going to fly out somewhere. I don't know if Harry Potter even flies out on a broom like this. I couldn't tell you the first thing about Harry Potter. But my choice was to look past this and go on to another brush. Sometimes we got to go to a new brush in life, don't we? We don't want to dwell on an older brush. We don't want to throw this brush away necessarily, but maybe it's time we repurpose it. Again, maybe I can find a use for this. Maybe it looks just like a wacky little gag that I'm painting with. I don't know. But you know what else? Maybe it does find its way to the trash, because maybe I realize I don't need this anymore because I've got a much better brush. And I know you're probably wondering, oh, gee, Bobby, you're so quick to throw something away lately, it seems. I've got to that point in my life where I'm able to look at things and evaluate things and realize if there's no positive in it, if there's no good outcome, if it's not benefiting multiple people, probably don't need it in my life. Why hold on to things that cause us pain? Why hold on to things that make us dwell? Why hold on to regret when we can move forward? I don't have a good answer for you. I don't think you have a good one either. So let's try to move forward. Let's try to think positive a little bit more. And I'm not saying you got to get on Facebook and be all sunshine, rainbows, lollipops, and puppy dogs. That's not going to be the case. We all have bad days. But you don't have to get on there and constantly remind people, you know, there's enough bad out in the world. Don't add to it, because people worry too. You know, there's people out there that are very empathetic. People out there with that altruism. And when they see those things, they really feel. And they really hurt along with those people. Maybe don't give them that. Maybe if you don't see it as much, you're not able to dwell on it. Maybe if you don't post those things, other people aren't commenting on it and spurring more bad memories. So let's focus on the positives. And again, take this for what you will. Just saying what's on my mind. And I hope you do too. So until next time, it's your boy OG Bobby Ross. Peace out, bitches.